Welcome back, everybody, as I bring you another episode of Unknown Games, Episode 5, Blacklight, Tango Down. Now, I know it's been a while since I've been bringing the Unknown Games, because with Episode 4 being a while back, and this one, I was in and out of it, working in this project and so forth. But trust me, the Unknown Games are back. I don't know if you guys care or not, whatever. They are coming back, so, been a while. So yeah, Blacklight, Tango Down. Alrighty then, Blacklight Tango Down, as we're going to tell you right now, is an arcade game only available on Xbox Live Arcade and the PlayStation Network and Microsoft Windows. It is priced at $15 or 1,200 Microsoft points for all you Xbox lovers, and it's only a multiplayer only game. So, besides the multiplayer, which of course every game almost has, this game includes somewhat of a single-player experience slash kind of co-op online called Black Ops. Now, Black Ops gives you the choice of, I can't remember, 4 or 5 missions in which you can play by yourself or with friends online. While this does kind of seem to provide a little story, there is really kind of no really like, how could I say, a story behind it. It just seems like you're just set in just to kill all the enemies, go in there and just do whatever you're told to do. While it's not really much, I really don't find it as too much of a selling point for the game, as you really shouldn't really have to buy this game just for this whole single player experience. So yeah, I'm going to be bashing on it for a little bit because, you know, I'm not going to lie myself, I don't play it too often. But mostly all you have to do is just go in there, kill all the enemies and complete the objective. And if you die, well then, the mission ends. And then once you die, you know, you just have to restart it all over again and you could just leave. So it's not really much of a good thing to play. Now anyways, with that out of the way, let's talk about the factions. There are 2 factions in this game. There is the Blacklight. Blacklight is the, as you could so say, the good guys of this whole game. Dressed in, well, of course, in your basic body armor, in which they are colored by blue. So by definition, you'll recognize the Blacklight enemy, personnel, friendly, whatever you want to call them, with them with the black light, or black light, blue light, man. And now on for the second faction. The second faction, the Order, the bad guys, I guess, you know, the terrorist group, you know, the rebels, whatever the hell you want to call them. As for the Order, they are different from the black light, as they're in different colors and dressed in different armors. Mostly their color being somewhat of an orange-reddy look. Of course, not really the best looking guys, but hey, they're bad guys. What can you do? Alright, now let's get into some specifics. Multiplayer types. Multiplayer game types. Sadly for this game, none of the game types are ever played. You could go into any single lobby of any game type besides Team Deathmatch. And going into anything else, you're not going to be lucky finding any lobbies of any people, that as you're going to see right here. As I attempt to join a lobby in this another game type, as Team Deathmatch seems the most popular in this game, as there's not really a lot of players. So, you know, that's kind of the little sad point about this whole game, is that the bad part is that everybody only plays Team Deathmatch. Nobody plays all the other game modes, Last Man Standing, Deathmatch, Retrieval, Domination, you know, Capture Flag, all that sort of good stuff. So don't expect too much from other game types. I don't know, you might get lucky to find some peoples in those lobbies, but to tell you the truth, Team Deathmatch is the only way to go. Alrighty, now let's just jump into the game. Once the game starts, you know, you're given the choice to choose your loadout from whatever it is, and once you choose your loadout, you're ready to enter combat. And just to tell you right now, when you spawn, you only have one spawning point, which could lead to spawn trapping. But never mind that, I'll get that to another time. A little bit later, just wait. Since Team Deathmatch is the only mode available in this whole game, we might as well specifically just say what happens in Team Deathmatch. So, Team Deathmatch, you are given 10 minutes to kill your opponent 100 times. So the only way you can only win in this is either let the time limit draw out, you know, let the 10 minutes waste, or get the full 100 kills. And then, you know, once you get the kills, you can either celebrate in victory, yay! Or you could just pretty much just get angry at yourself for such a bad game that you lost. Alrighty then, now that I got that out of the way, now let's just talk about the little spawn trapping. Since this game does only give you one place to spawn, you are given these little turrets, you know, to protect you from spawn trapping, but either way, spawn trapping will still happen in this game. Yes, people hate spawn trapping, but I'm sorry, this game has spawn trapping. Alright, now for the players in the lobbies. Now, this game has, I could kind of say, a decent amount of players, only for it just being, 2 years old of a game. And it's also an arcade game, so don't really expect much to find peoples, but, you'll run into those lobbies where you'll find 6 peoples, you might find 12, 18, or maybe just 2 or 3 just waiting for a bunch of people, but sometimes you could get lucky out there and find this big lobby. So finding players in this game is kind of really roughly, because I mean rarely do you see, like, look, I almost got like a full game right there. Rarely do you find full games, and then usually right after you finish a match, people just tend to leave. So players in these kind of games are really hard to find, and yeah, some just tend to really just rage quit. Worstest part is when there's really low amount of players. So like let's see, like let's have like a 3-on-3. People will have the tendency to rage quit or just quit on the match. So, when you have these lower kind of matches, players, 3-on-3, just know that there might be one guy who might either rage quit or quit on the team. Alrighty, now let's talk about the HRV, the Hyper Reality Vision. And you're probably thinking, what is this? To yourself, just think about it, once you press it, just think about it as your little mini UAV, as it will show out all players, all the weapon turrets as, the ones that protect your spawn, and it shows all the crates in which you can heal and, reload your ammo. The thing about it is that it has to regenerate once after use, so it does take a while, so you're going to have to wait a little bit just for that little bar, see the little purple just to move up, and once it's done, it'll make a little ching sound. But be careful when you're using really close to people, as, you're left vulnerable. You can only walk and not shoot. Anyways, as I mentioned about, the health and weapon crates, the health crates and the ammo crates are there to refill your health and ammo. So, if you're running a little low on that stuff, just go to them crates. Now, let's talk about melee. Of course, every single game has melee. Past, future games now include the knife, as this game does include both melee and knife. So, as you can see, as I've noticed, I've seen that if you're a lower level rank, or, you're barely starting the game, you just only melee. Until you reach a certain high level, I guess, you're given the option to use a knife now. And of course, once you use a knife, you can't melee anymore. Okay, weapons. What kind of first-person shooter game is there without weapons? So now for primary weapons, as the big guns, there's the assault rifle, sniper rifle, submachine guns, light machine guns, and shotguns. Sadly for this game, there's only one of each type. So there's only one assault rifle, one submachine gun, one sniper rifle. Damn, I sound so excited, don't I? One shotgun and one light machine gun. Now, I know that seems kind of really disappointing to say that there's only like an SMG, sniper rifle, assault rifle, shotguns, LMG, because, most games do give you a variety of most of them. They might give you like 3 assault rifles, 1 shotgun, all that sort of stuff. Well, of course, the game does make it up in the attachments you could change, you could attach on, because there are so many attachments that you could choose from for your assault rifle, sniper rifle, SMG, giving them their own personal look and appearance. So, don't expect just that there's only one type of each gun. Don't make it a downturn on the weapons, because, of course, when that happens, customization is really, really great. Of course, there's the scopes, scopes, magazine, muzzles, barrels, stock, weapon camo, and the special thing that the gun has as weapon tags. Of course, you have to rank up and, reach a certain level before you're given the option, to have extended mags, put a silencer, get, a red dot sight, a holographic sight, all that sort of good stuff. But, once you reach that level, get in there and customize them weapons, boy. And little weapon tags are a little special thing, I really didn't know what the hell they did at first. I thought they were just there just to make your gun look fancy, but they actually build up on your stats, and, stupid me, I don't know what the hell the stats are. Depending on certain ones, they'll increase the stats of certain things, so maybe on magazines, firing rate, or somewhat. But, there are secondary weapons too, of course, they're just pistols, but, as much as like the primary, there's only one revolver or magnum, one, 45 pistol, one Desert Eagle looking like pistol, as you want to call it, and of course, they come on with their, attachments, but they really don't come with a lot of attachments, silencers, maybe a red dot with extended mags, and so forth. And as equipment, there's not really much, as there's only frag grenades and a mine. Your own personal claymore. As for secondary equipment, like tactical, don't really expect much. We have the digit grenade, in which what crazes like, I guess a little like digity stuff, you know, like how your TV ever like, you know, once you lose reception, it goes, you know, that's what it all looks like. The EMP grenade, of course, we know, everybody knows what an EMP grenade is. Shuts you down and stuff and so forth. And now let's talk about armor. So customization of the character is not really much. It's not really much. You know, it's not really big. You know, you can't really customize a certain part of it. You can only customize the armor, so there's only about like 5-6 looks. But of course, you know, there's camo. But hey, what can you do about that? And as for field locker, yeah, it's not really special. I don't know why I included it, but just think about it as your own, I guess, combat record. So now let's just recap what we just learned so far. HRV vision is like your own personal UAV. Spawn trapping is very, very possible, 100% completely true. It will happen in this game, sorry, but yeah, that's gonna happen. Let's see, what else is there that we could talk about? Players are really good sometimes, but if you get lower level, not lower level, but as if you get low players, there's a tendency where one person will rage quit or just quit and the game just gets boring. 10-minute limit, you know, 10 minutes on limits on game, you know, that's really terrible. Of course, nobody wants to play for 10 minutes on one game. But hell, you know, once you're getting killed, you're happy. So, and, you know, it's not really much of a good game. You know, it doesn't list up there with like Call of Duty, Battlefield, any of those games. But, you know, I would give it in between more like a C, B minus. It's not that bad for, you know, 15 bucks a waste. It's like Gotham City Imposters, so please try this game out. Go onto Xbox Live Arcade or PlayStation Network and just get it.